So, you're on crypto faucets, but are you actually spending your time wisely? In this explainer, we're going to cut right through all the noise. I'm ranking the best FaucetPay earning methods from the fastest to the slowest, so you can make every single minute count.
And this quote, yeah, it just hits the nail on the head. So many people are out there grinding for hours on tasks that pay practically nothing, while others, well, they have a system. The real secret? It's all about knowing what to focus on, and maybe even more importantly, what to just completely ignore.
So, my goal here is super simple. I'm going to give you a straight-up, no-nonsense ranking. This is all based on stuff I've actually tested to help you build a much smarter, way more efficient earning strategy, like starting right now.
Okay, but before we jump into the actual ranking, you're probably wondering, where did I even get these results? Let me be clear, this isn't just theory. It's all based on actual, hands-on testing.
Yeah, I spend hours, and I do mean hours, on popular sites like Earnbitmoon and Viefaucet, testing out pretty much every common earning method you can think of. I tracked every single fraction of a coin using FaucetPay as my central hub, just like a lot of you probably do.
And look, I wasn't just looking at the final payout. That's only part of the story. My ranking is based on 3 key things. First, how much time does it actually take? Second, how easy is it? Like, can you do it without wanting to pull your hair out? And finally, and this is a big one, how consistent are the rewards? Can you actually rely on it?
All right, time for the main event. Let's get into the definitive ranking of FaucetPay earning methods. And we're starting with the absolute champion when it comes to speed.
Coming in at number 1, and honestly, it's the fastest method by a country mile, are the simple faucet claims. You know exactly what I'm talking about. The classic solve a CAPTCHA, click a button type of task. It's literally what these platforms were built on.
So why are they number 1? Well, think about it. You can claim from a faucet every, 3 to 5 minutes? It's super quick, it's dead simple, and you can even set up a rotation of different sites to just keep the claims coming. This is your absolute foundation for consistent micro-earnings. All right, let's move on to our number 2 spot. This one is almost as efficient and, honestly, just as important.
And that is paid-to-click ads, or PTC. Pretty simple concept. You get paid a little bit of crypto just for visiting a website for a few seconds.
Now here's the deal with PTC. While a single click pays less than some other tasks, the effort is practically zero. You can just power through a whole list of these ads really quickly every day. And because the platform is handling the payouts, they're super reliable. You click, you get paid, simple as that.
Okay, now we're starting to get into the methods that, well, they start to demand a bit more of your time. Coming in at number 3, we've got
Shortlinks. Oh yeah, these are those tasks where you have to click your way through a whole series of pages, usually filled with captures and ads, just to get to that final destination link.
And here's the trade-off, right? A short link might pay you, say, 2 to 5 times more than a single PTC ad, which sounds great, but they take way more clicks and a whole lot more patience. Let's be honest, they can be super tedious. And while they might have a place in your routine, they just aren't as time efficient as our top 2.
And finally, at the very bottom of our speed ranking, we have the method that promises the absolute most, but, in my experience, often delivers the least for the time you put in. I'm talking about Offerwalls and those other longer tasks. Completing surveys, downloading apps, signing up for free trials, that whole world.
Look, the appeal here is totally obvious. You see these offers promising rewards worth several dollars, and it's tempting. But the reality can be brutal. You can spend 15, 20 minutes on a single survey only to get that dreaded "you've been disqualified" message. For most people, the huge amount of time you have to invest just doesn't justify the incredibly inconsistent reward. Okay, so there's the ranking. Now that we have that, let's talk about the big mistake. I'm talking about a fundamental error that I see trapping so many new users and just keeping their earnings way lower than they should be. So what is this big mistake? It really all boils down to 2 things: focus and strategy. So here's what most people do. They chase those big, shiny rewards on the offer walls. They spend hours and hours hoping for that one big payout. But the smart approach? It's the total opposite. You focus on the consistent, small wins. You spend minutes racking up dozens and dozens of tiny payouts from faucet claims and PTC ads. The key is to stop trying to do everything and start prioritizing speed. So, if you take one thing away from this,
Let it be this. Earning $1 from 100 tiny, guaranteed tasks is so much better than spending an hour for the chance of earning $1 from a single offer wall. In the world of micro-earnings, stacking up small rewards quickly will always beat hunting for one big reward slowly. Efficiency is everything. Okay, so with that in mind, let's actually build a system, an actionable plan that you can start using, like today. Here's a really simple but super effective setup. First, you use a reliable site like Earnbitmoon as your main platform, your go-to for all those fast tasks. Then, you add a solid secondary source, like Viefaucet. And finally, you use FaucetPay as the central micro-wallet where all your earnings from all these different sites get collected instantly. Now, a system like this works best when you have a simple daily routine. So let me show you exactly how to apply this strategy.
Honestly, it's this simple. First, you log in and you knock out all the fastest tasks, your faucet claims and your PTC ads on your main site. Done. Second, you do the exact same thing on your secondary site. Third, if, and this is a big if you have some extra time, go ahead and do a few of the easy shortlinks. And the most important step? Skip the offer walls completely. Just don't even bother. Your time is way more valuable. Do this every day, and I promise you, you'll see a nice, steady stream of crypto flowing right into your FaucetPay wallet.
All right, so if you're ready to stop wasting your time and actually start earning more efficiently, here's your next step. If you want to try out the same platforms that I use and that I've found to be really reliable for this system, I've gone ahead and put the links for them down in the description below just to make it super easy for you.
And finally, I really want to hear from you. Which FaucetPay method do you find yourself using the most? Are you all about speed like me? Or maybe you've got a completely different strategy that works for you? Let me go down in the comments.